TLDR, I don't think it's coming out anytime soon, folks. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Cloudy, and today marks the 8-year anniversary of one of the best Metroidvanias out there, Hollow Knight. A game that so many people hold so close to their hearts, and a game that has really changed the genre when it came out. There have been so many games that were inspired by it, and so many developers that were finally able to get a footing because of it. It truly has had a huge cultural impact. So when the developers of Hollow Knight, Team Cherry, announced that there was a sequel in the works, people were incredibly excited. It was originally made with the intent of being a DLC, but it quickly developed into a separate game idea, a prequel of sorts to Hollow Knight, focusing on one of the more popular characters from Hollow Knight, Hornet. In the game, she's captured and taken to a faraway land called Farloom. On February 14th, 2019, a trailer for the aforementioned game was dropped on YouTube. The trailer showed exciting new enemies, new gameplay mechanics, and a new world to explore. This ignited a passion in people, and the fandom has been hyped since. But those flames are starting to die, little by little, and with the lack of updates and sporadic communication on Team Cherry's behalf. Since the initial trailer release, Team Cherry didn't say anything regarding updates until February of 2022, when they stated that the game was still in production. In June of that same year, a new trailer dropped, and alongside that, an initial release date. According to various different gaming platforms, the game was apparently supposed to be released in June of 2023. In May of 2023, Team Cherry announced that its development was delayed and that the game was not going to come out when planned. Since then, there's been no communication from Team Cherry regarding the release of Silksong, and the communication that has been there is rather sporadic. Still, many fans cling to hope and thought that maybe Team Cherry was just focusing a lot on development and didn't think or didn't know how to communicate their updates to the fanbase. Most people, while eager, tried their best to be patient, even if some people took it way too far. Most of us thought that maybe Team Cherry would put out an official statement soon, or maybe a trailer, and let us know what was going on. Many fans were excited and were looking forward to the game, even despite it being nearly 6 years since the trailer and no news. The hype continued, and Hollow Knight was as popular as ever. Team Cherry had a dedicated fanbase and people who loved their work and wanted to support them. As rabid as the fandom is, many fans encouraged people to practice patience and that we would have answers soon. This sentiment changed very quickly, though, as Team Cherry did this. On January 16th, 2025, the co-director of Team Cherry posted, quote, "Something big is coming. Keep your eyes closed tomorrow," alongside a banner of cake. Fans were ecstatic. This was the thing that they had been waiting for nearly 7 years. The game was finally looking to be released. The Hollow Knight community started speculating that maybe this was an official announcement about the game's release, that maybe this was an ARG of some sort. People were digging and digging. They thought this was some super cryptic way of giving us a release date. The cake was released on like April 2nd or something. The recipe was uploaded on April 2nd. And, Eyes Closed was a song that was supposed to release on April 2nd, and Nintendo was dropping something on April 2nd. I think the Switch 2 was being released, or updated for that. So people thought, April 2nd is when it's gonna come out, this is a sign. Hype began building and building until a third party, Fireborn, confirmed that it was not an official announcement at all, and that there was no new news planned at all. It was a joke, I guess. One of the devs for Team Cherry posted on Twitter saying, "Yes, the game is real, progressing, and will be released," with a little heart emote. People were not happy about this. It had been over a year since any communication from Team Cherry, and previous communication from them had also not been great. At this point, many people were starting to grow tired of the wait and specifically the way that Team Cherry was handling the situation. Most people thought that this response was unprofessional and a little childish, considering that this was a company that had massive support for years, but didn't update their community at all. Since then, there haven't been any new updates, and today marks the 8-year anniversary. So, let's chat about this. The overall community reaction has been just kind of tired. I don't think people are that upset by this, not that I've seen, but they are definitely irritated at the way that the situation and entire game has been handled. I saw a lot of people saying that they thought the lack of communication was due to Team Cherry not wanting to be pressured, but that this recent stint makes them think that they just don't know how to market. I definitely think this is a marketing and planning issue. I mean, marketing is half the game. The only reason people haven't given up is because of how beloved Hollow Knight was and how anticipated the initial release was. But even that hype is starting to die down again, and these tweets definitely did not help people's excitement. I think the general consensus is that Team Cherry sucks at communication and really does not understand their fans' frustration. People are just kind of giving up. They aren't really excited anymore. They're just sort of in the realm of, it releases when it releases. They'll play it, probably not on release, but the hype that was present is gone. Most people aren't gonna wait for the game anymore. I think for many, it's like 6 years of sporadic updates, basically silence, and then a joke tweet. I think many people are just disappointed. You know, games take time, and devs are allowed to take that time, but I think this was just not the best move on Team Cherry's part. Kind of felt like being splashed with water. Not a great feeling for your fans. Like, why taunt in this way your own community? In my own opinion, I think Team Cherry kind of fumbled the bag a little. I don't think this will impact people playing their game because people will play their game when it does come out, but I think that this will impact the impression people have of their company and if they plan on releasing any games in the future. People will likely not hype that up as much since they won't have the same opinion of your company anymore. That goodwill that was built up with Hollow Knight and the DLCs and stuff, I think, is starting to shift a lot. People are losing that good opinion of them. I think they need to hire a media person, someone to handle releases, updates, communication, community outreach and stuff, because truly they do not know how to handle the fan base that they have, and it shows. I have heard it might be released sometime in the fall of this year, if anything, but don't quote me on that. I am looking forward to the release, but I have this feeling that it'll be delayed further. I don't know. I think the lack of updates definitely can dampen your excitement, but I will still play it when it comes out. I just don't think that it'll come out soon, if it comes out at all. I mean, 5 years and basically nothing is kinda suspicious, but I digress. And even if it does come out, I think that maybe that initial impact the release would have had at the height of the hype is not present. And I don't think people would have talked about it nearly as much as they would have maybe a few years ago. I think many people are starting to go from buying it immediately to maybe waiting until reviews come in because they aren't hopeful it'll be that good. I think it will be a good game, I just don't think that it'll be as big as it could have been. I may be wrong, time will tell, but yeah, just a little update, seeing where to go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think it'll be released soon? Have you lost faith? You can rant in the comments if you want. And if there is anything else you want me to talk about, also leave a comment. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one.